Hannah here. Long time no see. I know, but I'm back. And in this video, this will be part 1 of the living room series, which is going to be a series within a bunch of other series where I do different rooms, parts, sections of my home, where I change them up, re-up them, redo them, whatever you want to call it. But first, we're starting with the living room. And in this video, we're going to be working on my fireplace. I wanted to give it a nice facelift, you know, change it up a little bit. Stay tuned and you'll see what I'm talking about. We are in Lowe's trying to find some shiplap, which I don't see. Okay, lighting is trash right now, but we're in high hopes because I am going to be working on the living room project, the first part of the living room project. So I just got home from running 1,000 errands, but I got the rest of my shiplap because I figured I may not need as much as I had originally planned. So originally I thought I needed like 14. I decided to get 10 because I'm gonna cheat. I'm going to only shiplap around the TV. So any parts that can't be seen, because, okay, long story short, my TV is heavy, okay? And when I picked it up from the store, I had to drag it into the house. Sure, I could ask for help, but then that would mean now taking the mount down, putting the shiplap up, refinding the studs, oh, I guess not, there'll be holes, but whatever. Now remounting the TV. I'm not doing all that because in my opinion, there will always be a TV here. So that's the game plan. No unmounting of the television. Gonna shiplap around it. Okay. So area is cleared for the most part. Now I'm gonna be measuring the sides in the front area. I've actually already measured the sides. They're gonna be 3 5/8 on either side, inches wide. And I'm gonna cut those parts first because I want those parts to be flush with the wall and I want the front of the shiplap to just sit on that front part. Make it super easy. So yeah, so as you can see, it comes out. So I'm gonna do 3 5/8 or a little bit more than that to make it flush here, and then let the shiplap come right across there so that it covers the edges of that. Oh my God.
It's okay. I'm gonna work on my crying.
I'm gonna work on my crying.
Yeah, I need to like control my emotions a little better.
Why?
I don't know. I've heard a couple of therapists online talk about like people that lack control in their emotions.
Well, I think it depends because emotions can also mean anger. And some people need to just relax. Oh, I guess it should be plugged in. Whoops. I'm doing a little shortcut on the shiplap, the very first one, because it really needs it. I'm probably gonna need it up until I reach that 3rd shelf, and then every other shiplap piece should just fall into place much easier. Okay, so I drew this little line here to cut around. So this is basically where you see the floating shelf. So this is the very second floating shelf, and it's just cutting in just a little bit. So I'm gonna push it where the shiplap kind of goes around that a little bit, and I'm gonna see if that works. Had to work some magic. So this is what the normal piece looks like. You see where the lip meets. Well, I had to then create a lip much larger than I was acquired with. So this way, it could slide right underneath that shelf. So this way it's gonna be still hidden with a piece of shiplap, which I'm probably gonna have to trim as well, but this way I know they're all gonna be flush going up. Here are my pieces for the sides on this left-hand side that they're gonna be utilized for. And I'm going to now take this ink, black chalk paint that I got from Walmart actually, and that's actually what I use to paint this dusty fireplace, which I'm gonna touch up, of course. But I'm gonna paint the insides, like I said, of the shiplap, so I don't have to worry about them when they start locking into each other. Do that ahead of time so you don't stress yourself out. A little Harry Potter for the people. But we've got our first piece going to go in. I've just painted the top part of it. I figured I could paint the whole thing, but I just didn't have the patience. So I'm gonna just tape off the mantle so that I can make sure I don't get paint on it. But I'm just double checking here. With all these thermal cords, making sure everything fits. Oh, ouch! And I've decided I think I'm going to place all of the middle parts first before I do this right side, because I have to ensure they line up. Okay, so we've got our left side complete. There's one that still needs to be painted, but it's gonna be covered anyways. So I have started cutting the pieces that are gonna go along the side to the top of the TV on either side. But unfortunately, you can still see a little bit of the bottom of the television. So one of my side pieces that I cut, I had to keep it long and just cut the top portion off so that it could just slide and be hidden. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to get wood filler because I had to, that was my air fryer. I had to separate the other long end from this piece in order to get it underneath the TV. It wasn't working, but it's fine. Okay, so the struggle was real. I could not get this shiplap past the pieces that keep the TV off of the wall, and on top of that, the extra cords back there. And voila! Now I realize that I never added the liquid nails. Okay, so I finally cut out all the little intricate little tiny pieces I was gonna have to in order to make this work. This is my last one. Looks crazy, but this is gonna fit right over that last floating shelf, and I'm gonna start making my way up, and at least that left side will be somewhat complete, at least above the TV, before I start making my way to the right, because I wanted to make sure it matched up, because I realized I'm slightly off on this side, and I know exactly why, but it's okay, it can be hidden. I fixed it, and I feel like once it's all black, you're not gonna be able to tell anyways, so yeah. So evidently I measured incorrectly and the piece ended up being too short. So I was extremely frustrated, but it's all good. I figured it out. We are making a great bit of progress. Progress is going well, as you can see. Halfway there. The rest Just have to do the top part as well as the side on the right. But we're good. I'm about to go to the movies with some friends. So yeah, can't finish this. At least not right now. Maybe late tonight, maybe tomorrow. I was hoping to finish this weekend, but well, such is life. But yeah, we're still doing great. Okay.
That rhythm stuff, I was like, boy.
I had stopped and I said, Hannah, pay attention.
I said, no.
Right. Okay, I think we're at the final lap here, ladies and gentlemen. We've only got about... We got a couple left to go, but it's not a lot.
Oh, shit.
We're at the home stretch. No, this is a vlog. Please,
Oh,
be in
sorry.
it. No, please, not for me. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
Real life. So I'm hoping to get this done. I just got off work. It's dark, and I'm hoping to be done with this tonight, and then we can watch a movie because now it's like a theater. All right, let me not exaggerate, but okay. So of course I'm back to the normal of having to cut around those floating shelves. Please ignore my garage. It's a mess. Please don't tell my parents. Anyways. Oh no, yeah, she's headed from jump.
Wait, so Bree and Aaliyah.
Okay, so I need 11 more to go all the way up to the top to reach all the way up there. So I'm going to head to the garage and cut all of that. Okay, so I've got all 11 pieces. The only thing I have to do is adjust one of them for the very last floating shelf. And then everything should be smooth sailing. And of course, the one up top probably has to be little, cut in little small pieces. But other than that, I think we're good. This right side is almost done. I just have one more piece to do, that little small chopped and screwed piece, so I can finish going from the front with my angled pieces. I also have my helper DeAnthony here passing me the nail gun, trying to shoot me with it, but passing it to me so I can finish the job. Okay, so to get the angles up top that I needed, I don't have like a protractor or any type of tool to help me do that, but what I did was I took a piece of paper, this is a bill, and then I put it up there and pushed in the crease so that I knew exactly what angle it needed to be. And then I placed this piece of paper on top of the shiplap and I just mark it. So I started from the corner so that I knew exactly where it needed to be, because each corner needs to be a point. So put this at the end of it and then just mark it. And that's how I know what angle I needed at. So I measure it all the way across to know how long it needs to be, and then I go in there with my handy dandy piece of paper tool and cut that angle. You guys, we only have two more pieces to go. I had to look up to double check to make sure before I open my mouth. But yes, 2 more pieces to go. And it's like 1.5 technically. So I'm really excited because I started to get really frustrated. But it looks like we're doing all right. We're doing all right now. There's some gaps from like some mismeasurements in the angled ones, which I knew was gonna happen because me and these angles, we're not friends. But I think some of them are thin enough that I can actually fill with caulk. Others, I'm gonna figure something out. Damn. Okay. Much better than before. me, right, Bianca?
I can speak to snakes.
Yeah, you just gotta let me know when you're falling.
Pretty sure that last recording was in like 3x, so you probably saw it my nostrils. But I put in that final piece. It was like putting together a 3,000 piece puzzle. I'm very excited. Unfortunately, the plans I was coming up with to clear up all my gaps is not gonna work. The piece isn't long enough. It's like 6 inches too short. And I don't have that kind of time nor patience to go to the store to get another piece of this. So I've got my trusty all-purpose compound right here, and I'm not filling these gaps. Okay, all-purpose compound, hot mess, hot fail. But it's okay. Went into the garage, found some caulk, filled in the cracks, even the cracks that can't be called cracks, there's spaces. Let it dry, painted it black, and it's like it never happened. Okay. So the power of paint, all right? The power of paint is amazing because originally I wanted to paint the beam that's coming on either side of the fireplace. So I did it. I was very invested. I painted, I stared. I painted some more, stared some more, waited till it dried. And it was just something about it that I could not stand. And so at 11 o'clock last night, I decided to paint it back the color that it was, white. And now I love it. The time has finally come. A drum roll, please. It is time for the reveal.